Block TV in the building today. Y'all smell that? Yeah, that's right. It's hunting season, man. Hunting season is round the corner for me in my state for what I particularly like to do, which is rifle hunt deer. But in many other states, bow season is open. So hey man, but here's 10 things that you must know, or 10 things you would want to try to do before you go hunt. And let's start off with number one: legality. Legality is one of the biggest ones, and that's why we had to start first with it. Please make sure this hunting season you're properly legal to hunt whatever it is that you're trying to hunt, and that wherever you are trying to hunt it, you're legal. So no trespassing, no killing small deer, no going over tag limits. So just this 2022 hunt season, please follow legality rules. Check up with your local game wardens and just make sure we're staying legal. Number two, know your game. We got to know what we hunting out here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're in a state where you can't hunt the females, or you can't hunt the young bucks, or you can't hunt young does, please follow all game rules and just stay as legal as you can with this. Mistakes will be made, and if you do make a mistake, please check in with your local game warden. Let them know, hey, I identified it as something else. It ended up being younger than what I expected, and just let them know. Trying to hide it will only mess you up more, man. And just a quick tip for y'all: your local game warden has more authority than your sheriffs, than your state troopers. So just a tip for you. Third, know the weather. Man, this is the second most important one, because if you can't stand what you're out there to hunt and survive like it's surviving, you stand no chance. So if it's gonna be a cold day, make sure you're properly equipped. Make sure you have food, water, and also just stay as comfortable as you can. If you have to do a long walk, you have to do a lot of hiking, a lot of terrain. Just make sure that your body is properly ready for that. That being said, let's move on to the fourth one. Tell someone when you're going to be back. Always let someone know when you're going, where you're going, what time you'll be back, and give them a map and a layout of the area. It may seem like you're doing a lot, but things happen, man. Heart attacks. You may fall out your tree stand. All kind of things that we can avoid. But a lot of times, sometimes we just fall victim. Even the best of us, we fall victim to some of the things that we can prep to not have happen. Like properly strapping yourself down so you don't fall out of your tree stand. But having a heart attack is something that we can't stop. So please tell someone where you're going, when you'll be back, and give them check-in times. I know we don't want to feel like kids, but at the end of the day, we only get one of you, and we want you back. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not hunting paired up with somebody, even if you're hunting paired up with somebody, hey, both of y'all let y'all spouses know, I'll be out. This is when we'll be back. If I'm not back by then, hey, so something bad happened. So next, going on number 5, check your zero, prep your blades. Can't stress this enough. Check your zero. Know what your zero is before you go out, with the grain of bullet that you're hunting with. Do not be zeroed in with the grain ammunition that's not your hunting ammunition. Don't be shooting a 150 grain at the range because it's target ammo, and then expect to put a 168 in and get the same results. You're going to miss the deer and wound it probably, or you're going to miss completely. We don't want you to do neither. We want to do as less tracking as possible and we want to have an ethical kill. So please, same thing with your blades. Do the blade sharpness test with a rubber band. You should be able to, pull a rubber band out just enough where it's tight, and you should set it on your blade. And the minute it touches, it should pop. That's how you test your blades for your bows. So please just know, check your zero before you go to the range. Check your blades. Get that kill, baby. Number 6, prep your game bag, food, medication. What's more important than food and medication? Again, we want to have our health up, but a lot of people hunt and they're up in age. As we get up in age, we start to need and depend on different things we may not need in our younger years. I don't have any medication, but most definitely I'm gonna pack some snacks. But I hunt with my uncle quite some time, and he has to have his meds. And one time we had to trek all the way back 2 miles home and drive 2 miles back. I mean 2 hours back, 2 hours there. A 4-hour trip just for medication. But it's that important. He needs his medication. So have your meds, have a backup plan, and that's just what we need, man. Have food, have your game bag prep with food, medication. Have a backup plan. Things may not go your way. Routes may get closed off. Trails may get flooded. So if you're planning your only weekend you get off the hunt, make sure you have 2 hunts. Get up early enough to get in your tree stand in time, or if you don't get in your tree stand in time because something happened, you can reroute and go somewhere else. But always have a backup plan. Number 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7. Charge your phone and have ample amount of gas for vehicles and ATVs. Your communication and something to get to your destination is the most important thing that you can have when you're hunting. If you can't get to where you're hunting, you can't hunt. If you get out there to where you're at and you're hunting by yourself, you don't really need the phone. Sometimes you don't even have service. That's why the earlier tips were very important, and that's why they came first. But making sure you have some form of communication, because even if you don't have service in one spot doesn't mean you can't operate and maneuver over in different areas and get some type of cell reception if something did happen to you. You may fall out your stand, break your leg. You may be able to crawl to get the bar you need to get 911 on the phone, or anything like that. So having a walkie-talkie with someone who's within radio mileage of you is great, but also just having a phone on you, or just any form of communication, and keeping your vehicles gassed up. I can't stress that enough. Having your vehicles with enough gas, spare 5 gal gas, just tank, just when you go. Even if you're full, just having that 5 gal tank. If you don't need it, I'm pretty sure you'll use it on your journey back home. But just having that out there with your ATVs, can't stress that enough. Just have that going for you. Number 8, stay as scent free as possible. This is the preparation, the pre-preparation to your hunt. We want to make sure we don't put on our red spice. We don't want to put on our cologne. Even though, the night before the hunt, we may spend it at home. Really take that night, take you a good shower before you go to bed. You can't help that your wife smells like hibiscus flowers, or your sheets already smell like game. But just when you get up that morning, take a bath. Your clothes should already be scent free. Wear something regular to the campsite, or you can put your hunt clothes on. Put your hunt clothes on, and boom, get your sprays. Boom, hit your sprays on your body. You're scent free. Your dead downwind, put it on. go out the door. But just that night before we hunt, we want to take a shower or bath with some type of dead downwind body spray. Body soap. When we get out, if we wanna wash our hair, we can use the shampoo. We can use their dry sheets. When you wash your clothes, make sure you wash your stuff with just straight water. We don't want to smell unfamiliar in the woods, so just staying as scent free as possible is gonna help us get that kill. Number 9, get sleep. Get sleep. It's the most important thing you can do. Most important thing you can do the night before the hunt is actually get sleep, because you're going to wake up early. You're going to try to beat those bucks to the field and try to see them before they see you. So you can make all the noise you want to during the nighttime or the morning before. But if you're in that stand and it's getting into legal hunting hours, and you can get that advantage over on those more mature bucks, that's your best bet. So just staying active, having your mind focused, because if you out there and you drowsy, you might see a deer. The deer might be back in the brush. You might not even notice it because you drowsy. You didn't know. So get sleep. Number 10. I didn't even have a number 10. But number 10. Gotta come up with it on the fly. Be safe. Just be as safe as you possibly can be. Follow all the rules on the list. Study them twice. That's rule number 10. If any of these don't make sense to you, go back to number 1, because that we need them all. We need you to do all these things in order to be safe, have a good hunt, have a successful hunt, and I hope that really makes a difference for you. So the 10 things to do before you hunt: your legality, know your game, know the weather, tell someone when and where you're going and when you'll be back, check the zero on your rifles and prep your blades for your bows, have a backup plan, charge your phone, gas, and your ATVs and cars, stay scent free as possible, get sleep, and number 10, if any of these confuse you, resort back to number 1. Let's get it, man. Big Lock TV, man. It's been a blessing talking with you guys. Trust me, I am no expert at all, but I have made my fair share of mistakes, and I've been on my fair share of hunts. If you definitely think any of these tips helped you before you want to go out and hunt, and this is for me and what I do in Alabama, what you may do in Wyoming or Idaho or North Dakota is for you. But I hope these tips can help you. This has been Big Lock TV. I appreciate you guys. Y'all stay safe, stay active. Blessings.